Mecha fans have been spoiled recently with the release of games such as Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. I haven't seen so many people hungry for mecha action games since the popularity of Titanfall. However, this genre isn't exclusively for large studios, with developer Amazing Seasun Games putting their best foot forward with their newest title, Mecha Break. Surprisingly, the studio's only other listed game is a 3D shooter with waifus called Snowbreak Containment Zone, which almost makes them overqualified to take on the mecha genre. I'm mostly joking, but I think we can all agree that mecha genre means the potential for exosuit, which also means overly defined characters, and yes, Mecha Break has this. However, if you're wondering what else it has under the hood, well, after playing through the early playtest, I feel like games such as Synduality, Echoes of Ada, and Gundam Breaker 4 should have a hold over their community, or else Mecha Break will surely take their player base.
Entering combat zone. Optical camo drone will soon go offline. Fire control system on. Key generates at point C in 30 seconds.
At its core, Mecha Break is a mission-based mecha action game. Most of the game takes place online, where players build an objective list from a list of available missions, which defines which modes they'll need to participate in. The online modes resemble other releases in this genre, such as games like Exoprimal, but its reliance on player versus player matchups removes the environmental aspect. This leaves players to work together to accomplish objectives and includes defending points, retrieving keys, delivering them, and leading a cart to a point. Yeah, I know this doesn't really make the game stand out, but it's the actual gameplay that really steals the show and heightens the fun factor for each mission. Mechs are called strikers. At first you have access to a handful of builds, but you easily unlock more after a few matches. Further, you can purchase other striker designs that each have their own unique abilities. But I'll spend more time later understanding the nuances of how different each striker is. For most of my time during this playtest, I switched strikers often and found that I enjoyed playing the heaviest attack classes the most. There are some defensive strikers, but they require you to be on a capable team to utilize the various shields and abilities. I'm sure once the communities are created, we'll see some pretty cool strategies come out of these classes. Each striker can be customized extensively with various parts and weapons to choose from. The game features an in-depth customization system that allows players to fine-tune their striker's performance to suit their playstyle. Weapons range from high-powered laser rifles and rocket launchers to close combat swords and energy shields. The variety in loadouts means you can tailor your striker to a high-speed scout, a durable tank, or a versatile all-rounder, making each mission pretty fun. During a match, player control is everything, and Amazing Sun has really honed in on responsiveness without overshadowing that you are in a machine. You see, there's a bit of charge when it comes to laser attacks, along with the pause when switching weaponry, but it all feels natural. The HUD has the information you need for cooldowns and your loadouts, which was nice for me to see since I kept switching so many times. That said, I was pretty surprised by how many different weapon types and builds I was able to experiment in this early playtest. Switching from melee to range to executing a special strike while charging a burst attack looked brilliant in execution, and the more I played, the better I got at crafting together these combos. Another aspect that stands out about Mecha Break is the dynamic mission structure. Missions are not just straightforward battles, they often include complex objectives that require strategic planning and cooperation among team members. Some missions might require you to hack enemy systems, defend a convoy, or even engage in multi-stage boss battles against massive enemy mechs. I was pretty surprised by how much fun I was having with Mecha Break, but there's definitely room to improve. The countdown when you're capturing a point is much too quick, which favors the team that are capturing the points and makes defending them way too hard. Further, I do feel like the sortie area and organizing your missions and customization could be cleaned up a bit to make adding parts to your mechs a little easier to navigate, but stuff like that usually gets cleared up after some time playing. I couldn't get enough of Mecha Break, and that's all I could ask for with a game like this. The game loop relies heavily on players playing match after match to unlock the better elements of the overall experience. There's just so much to fine-tune and discover here that has me looking forward to the official release. Now, maybe we'll even get a summer event with some beachwear for our characters, but until then, there's plenty of stuff to be excited about for the release of Mecha Break, which is coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, and PC sometime in the future. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by your supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Victory! Initiating ejection sequence. Landing
Over here.
confirmed. Entering combat zone. Optical camo drone will soon go offline. Fire control system unlocked. Key generates at point C in 30 seconds.
Voice Pixel.